We are in Venice. The water level is very high, which means that the mobility in the city is difficult and transportation has stopped. I have a few minutes to go to the airport. My plane takes off in half an hour. I was waiting here for 2 hours for the bus. I am very nervous. The high level of the water makes the city stagnant and immobile. You have to choose carefully the correct routes to get out, and sometimes you have to be ready to swim.
We had seen like this 50 years ago, now it's back.
A big problem occurs in the city of Venice, and it recently worsened, especially in November 2019. A city of this beauty attracts tourists from different countries around the world. It is about to become a sunken city, and all this is due to the high tide. So then, what is really the reason? Will Venice survive? After playing Assassin's Creed 2 for a long time, I became a fan of part of its story, especially the part that revolves in Venice. I was captivated by the buildings and architecture of the city. That's why I remained interested in the city.
Here right now I am in Venice. I no longer have to wear those boots because the sun is bright. And I want to walk in its alleys and the streets that I saw in the game. And there's no water in the city, so let's enjoy our trip.
What you have seen now is that Venice without problems is a wonderful city to be visited by many tourists every year. People wander and take pictures and enjoy the facilities of the city. Movement there is by water buses that takes you from one bank to another. There are no cars or motorcycles inside the city because the alleys do not accommodate this type of vehicle. It has more than 400 bridges linking the island with each other. The city has places of nobles overlooking on the banks. but it has a big problem making it a floating city in the water. To know the reason, we have to know the city's location. It is a city located in northern Italy. It is formed out of several connected islands. The city overlooks the Adriatic Sea, and for this, the alta acqua phenomenon occurs. It is a term used to express the high tide that is causing the city to flood. This phenomenon is not strange to residents of the city, but in November 2019, it intensified, and the water reached a very high rate, which sparked a great controversy in the media.
How difficult it is to get anything done in Italy in terms of infrastructure. We had seen like this 50 years ago, now it's back.
Such a thing should not happen at this time, because precautions were taken by the city council since 2003 to create a new project that limits this phenomenon. This project should be completed in 2018, but due to corruptions, the period has been extended to 2022. MOSE project. The mobile barriers for the protection of Venice from high tides. The MOSE system is located at the inlets of Lido, Malamocco, and Chioggia. The objective is complete defense of the entire lagoon from the high tides of any level. The MOSE is formed by a series of barriers consisting of mobile gates located at the inlets. There are 4 defense barriers, 2 at the inlet of Lido. In the event of a particularly high tide hazard which could cause flooding in the territory, compressed air is introduced into the sluice, which empties it from the water. As the water exits the sluice gates, rotation around the axis of the hinges. They rise up to emerge and block the flow of the coming tide in the lagoon. The only question remains if this project has been completed, and if it has been successfully implemented. Will it be a solution to the problem? Some considered it only a partial solution, and those solutions should be proposed to save the city. A historical city bearing the connotations of the Renaissance embodies an important time for all of humanity, a city that makes you feel comfortable and prosperous when you visit it. A touristic city that we must act quickly to solve its problems, because no one wants to see this city in the future as a drowned city. So save Venice.